When I was trying to decide what I wanted to say today, I thought back to last summer when I stood in the same spot talking about the lack of democracy in our federal government. And I thought I can just pull out the same speech because at the time I talked about fascism. That's what I studied in college, the rise and fall of fascism. And wasn't that a smart thing to study? Because who would have thought that it's applicable? And I went through the points, the hallmarks of fascism, and I talked about how we're seeing those on our federal government. The problem is that when I talk about impeachment, I can't talk about all the things that make me really, really, really angry. We can't impeach him for all of the things that make me angry on a daily basis. The violations of civil rights, what is happening on the border, the way workers are being treated, the way this country is going backwards in terms of telling people that they don't have autonomy over their own bodies anymore. Unfortunately, not impeachable offenses. What we do need to protect, though, is our democracy. The values that were put in our Constitution, and yes, it was written by old white men who owned slaves. But there were some things in there that are worth protecting. And there are many ways that we can keep making that better. And that's what our job is. And what I thought today that I wanted to say was I wanted to reiterate a conversation I'd had a while ago with Congressman McGovern. And I just sort of told him I was going to say this. But we talked about how very hard it sometimes is to do the right thing when you are the party in power. It is very easy when you are not the party in power to find fault with those who are at the top. And right now, the Democrats have taken back the House. How many of you worked really hard for that? Right? So now they're in power. Now's the time to actually do what is hard. Because otherwise, what does the power mean? Why run? Why serve? If, when you have the ability to do something, you don't do it. And every single one of you worked hard and said, we need to take back the House, and now we need to take back the Senate. Well, we need to hold the people accountable. Because we have people like Congressman McGovern who are there, who are asking for the right thing, who care about our democracy. But if there are people out there who are not doing that, then it is time that everybody in this crowd reach out to them and ask why. Why not do what is hard? Why not work to protect the democracy? And yes, old white men wrote that Constitution, but there are values, there are seeds, and it is our job to take those seeds and to make it grow and to turn this country into something that could actually be great. That's our job. That's my call to you today. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.